Hey, Bam here, and I love tech, so let's go ahead and talk tech. Specifically, I wanted to talk about, essentially, continue on talking about the Galaxy S8 that was just recently revealed. And I already spoke a lot about in the previous vlog how there wasn't really anything new about it. And I sit corrected. There is one thing new about it which I'm not too sold on the idea of it, and that is being able to dock it and onto a TV and mouse and keyboard, essentially making it into a desktop computer. And I'm not completely sold on that, and here's why. That is branching into basically the smartphone becoming a tablet, which is kind of ironic that they would do that because of the fact that it's already such a big smartphone. It's already in the phablet category. So they're basically just they're like three-fourths the way to being a tablet. But it's supposed to basically act as a desktop computer whenever you dock it like this. And first of all, tablets have had a very harsh history of not really being desired by the vast majority. On top of that, you've got the fact that, okay, I'm guessing, I'm hoping, and I'm seeming to recall that the dock does actually charge the smartphone. I'm not 100% certain about that, so don't quote me on it, but I'm guessing logically they would do that. So, um, guessing and hoping, and I remember something about it. I can't be 100% sure that that the dock does actually charge the smartphone. Okay, fine, but there we have tablets, smartphones, and desktop computers are completely different devices for very specific reasons. You can do practically everything on a tablet that you can do on a smartphone, minus receiving a regular phone call, unless you have one of those really special tablets that actually have its own phone number and everything like that. Uh, and that's even including data. I mean, I've got data on my tablet, and I'm through Sprint now, and it just shares the data on my smartphone. It's on my data plan. So, and then of course we got desktop computers, which, with the exception of content creators and hardcore video gamers, they're archaic and irrelic. They are very much irrelevant, and they have, like tablets, fallen into a very specific category. So I don't really see these doing very well. I could be wrong. For something like businesses that are like number crunching businesses and uh, banks and whatnot like that. And even then, I really have to question how secure would using uh, Samsung Android smartphone for banking, for the business end of banking, how secure would that be? So they have gotten more powerful. Our smartphones nowadays are basically as powerful as desktop computers were back whenever I was probably in high school or something like that, or more so actually. 'Cause, we're getting into uh, 2, 4, and 8 gigs of RAM in smartphones, as well as we're starting to hit double-digit figures in gigabyte, 100 plus gigs of internal storage, and rumors of 2 terabytes of storage inside micro SD chips. I mean, wow. Taking all that into consideration, I can see that the technology, obviously, for us to be able to dock our smartphones onto a dock them onto a dock. Yeah, I just said that. Be able to dock our smartphones onto a basically computer monitor or even a full-size TV screen with a keyboard and mouse pad to essentially make them into a desktop computer can the technology is obviously there. It hasn't been made that much. And the reason behind that, I believe, is because of the fact that tablets and desktops are already struggling so much. They have fallen into their niche. So I recognize that Samsung is striving, is aiming for what Microsoft was aiming for a few years ago, something like that, as far as making Windows compatible with smartphones, tablets, and desktop computers. And I applaud that. I just don't really see having the ability to dock your smartphone to make it into a desktop computer as the right way to go. And and another small part of me says give your smartphone a break and just work off your tablet. For heavy browsing, YouTube videos, whatever like that. That's mostly what I use my tablet for, is even shopping, doing research on things that I want to buy off Amazon, watching movies, watching TV shows, watching YouTube videos, and different things like that. Writing, I do a lot. Writing, obviously. Sometimes moving documents around. And just different stuff like that. And then, of course, you got the desktop computers that are for more virtual reality gaming, 3D gaming, and video editing. So I just don't see this as going very far, very fast. And if it does, it's going to fall into a very specific niche, if it survives. But I want to be able to give my smartphone a break every once in a while and hop onto my tablet whenever I want to do something a little bit more hefty, like videos and documents and everything like that. So, and on top of that, I also wanted to add in, and I literally do not have a segue into this, or even a bad one. I literally just found this puppy. I just found it. I've had it for years. I didn't think about it until recently, but the speakers built into the smartphones are so puny. Most of the time they can't get them, the manufacturers don't get them right. And they're just, and the worst possible thing that any manufacturer has ever done is put a speaker at the bottom facing down. Why? What? Huh? Make little tiny speakers like this. They don't need, they need to sound decent. I mean, they don't need to, I'm not going to be using this to be a DJ at a nightclub or anything like that, but it's definitely enough to, not fill up a room. Well, yeah, fill up a room. It's definitely enough to fill up a small room, like a living room or something like that, for background music, or if you're out and about with your friends at a restaurant or something like that, and you're eating out, and you say, hey, check out this video that, off my smartphone, whatever like that, or check out the song that I love this song so much, check this out. And because of the fact that, like on the LG V20, you can literally pull down the notifications bar at the top of my smartphone and switch different Bluetooth devices. I'm connected to these and these right now, and I can just switch between those, either my headphones, this speaker, or the built-in speaker on my smartphone. So, yes, awesome, great, perfect, lovely. I love it so much. And so hint to smartphone manufacturers: start making external speakers, because the speakers built into your smartphones suck. Most of them do. Don't worry about making front-facing stereo speakers, because even I had those on my HTC Desire 816, and the idea of front-facing speakers was okay. It was better than the ones that faced away from you, and a hell of a lot better than one little tiny one that faced down at the bottom. But just make one, or pill. Do the pill. Something like that, Just a little tiny speaker. Part of it's rubber, so you fit it into a hoodie pocket like this, and you're good to go. The rubber's going to help keep it in the pocket. So there's an idea for smartphone manufacturers because I believe the Samsung Galaxy S8 is actually shipping with wired Bluetooth, yeah, wired earbuds. So, okay, great. Apparently they're supposed to be premium quality sounding, everything like that. But why wired? Why wired? I don't want to be tethered to anything. I want it wireless. This is not that complicated. You put Bluetooth 5. Anyway, so, but yeah, there's something to concentrate on. Bluetooth, one little Bluetooth speaker that can fit in your pocket, sounds great and everything like that. I would play some music, but I don't have any copyright-free music to play. So anyway, leave a comment in the section below this video. Let me know what you think. Thoughts on Samsung Galaxy S8 and external Bluetooth speaker. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Share this video. See ya.